Hi, everybody. So, my tip from John Jory's book that I will be sharing with you all today is the one pertaining to Shakespeare. And he has, actually, it's like 15 tips. So, I'm just going to go through that list. Playing the situation and circumstances honest and straight works here as in any play. Other than generally having good manners, kings, queens, and dukes don't behave in any particular way. Make points, not tone. Study scansion, but don't deify it. Shakespearean clowns are God's revenge on the audience. No matter what anyone says, cut. Don't do the play until you can say all the lines in contemporary English. Don't forget to work on relationships. Enjoy the language. It's the only time an actor will ever say incarnadine. Clarity works. Don't substitute concept for understanding or complexity. Only agree to do the plays that you like. Fight to get a verse coach. Don't do it with the wrong actors or inadequate rehearsal. And then finally, simplicity, clarity, and heart. So the reason I chose this one is because I really like Shakespeare. I find it fascinating. I would love to do a bunch of Shakespeare in my career, not necessarily on the director side of it. I mean, who knows? But I think he brings up a lot of good points regardless of what your role is in a production that is Shakespeare. And I think some of the questions that I want to open up for the discussion forum part of this is, should you as a director be a stickler about actors saying their lines with the correct scansion? I know that some people are very big sticklers about that because Shakespeare wrote it in a certain way, so we should be saying it in a certain way. However, that's not necessarily how we all talk in the da-da-da-da-da-da. But I do think that personally it can help inform how you might approach a line, which I find really helpful as an actor. But I know I've had a few directors when I've done Shakespeare who were sticklers about the scansion, and it made the character not as accessible to me. So what are your thoughts on that? And then I also had a question about the tip pertaining to cutting a Shakespeare play. So what are your thoughts on taking out parts of Shakespeare, whether it be for time, whether it be for clarity for the audience, whether it be whatever your reason could be for cutting part of the play? Do you think that you should? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think that it's important depending on the concept of what you're trying to achieve, I guess? Because as somebody who really does like Shakespeare, it pains me to think that part of it won't be shared with an audience, but also at the same time, not all audiences want to see the full play or are going to understand it. So I see both the pros and cons of that. So yeah, thank you.